Feel me? Alright. It's rolling, right?
Rolling. What?
Frienders. Was that Frienders?
Yep.
Yep.
And biscuit dog.
Sick. Alright, welcome back everybody. In this video, as you can tell by the caption, we're going to go over how I cut liners or tongues out of the shoes. A lot of people have been asking me what I do to get all of this shit out. So to start it off, we have this Kahless Beans collaboration double tongue shoe, which didn't make sense to me because double tongues were before the Kahless OG's time. And so I don't like the concept of having both of them on this shoe. Plus, I don't know, it looks stupid to me. But when I decided to cut this out, there was a couple factors that you have to look for. And one being is that the upper tongue, I was trying to decide which tongue to get. I didn't know if I wanted to cut out the upper one or the one in the bottom underneath it. And so I looked around and I noticed that the upper tongue was the one that had the straps on it. So I decided to keep that one. That way I could, retain these tongue straps because I hate when my tongue goes to the side. So that was a necessity to me. So what I did was decided to cut this one out, which for good reason. It's flimsy. It's just a cheap little piece of material. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like what it's made out of. So that one had to go. And it was really simple, as all of these are. There's not too much to it. But for these, with this one being underneath this, it's easy to cut it and hide the cut because it's going to be underneath this tongue. You'll never see it. If Brandon can zoom in on that. So what I did was just basically cut that right there. Simple. It's that easy. Just cut straight across with a box cutter. Nothing fancy. And bam. It was done. It's that easy. There's literally nothing to it. It's the same for most of these. I mean, honestly, if you just sit there and look at the shoe, you can generally figure out how to get that out. That's why I didn't think anybody would want to see this video. But you guys do. And it's understandable because a lot of times it's hard to dive into something you've never done before. But for the next shoe, we have this Rokit collab Williams. I really love this colorway. Ice sole, white with the blue. It's sick. I loved it. But the one thing I fucking hated was this liner. I would have been cool with it if they would have had it underneath the tongue. Like a normal fucking sock liner shoe. Like that. But they had it over that. And it made it just hug down to you the whole time. And I didn't like that. So I knew I had to cut this out as soon as I got a pair of these. And I kind of fucked this one up though. You didn't have to cut it on the sides like that. But for this one, all I did was I used this. Just a simple box cutter. Same thing I used for the Kahless Beans. Nothing crazy. You could probably attack these shoes with a regular old household knife too.
Butter knife.
Maybe not a butter knife.
Damn.
But with this one, it was a little bit harder. Just because there was more factors to look into. For one, tongue straps are there. They stayed. But when I would decide to cut it, it was weird because it overlapped the whole tongue. And so I thought maybe this would be what's holding the tongue in place down here in the lower part, which actually ended up being the scenario. But what I did, Brandon, come get a view of this. This is the liner itself, and you can see where I cut at. I cut above this stitching because this stitching is what holds the tongue in place. So if you were to cut past that, tongue wouldn't be held in the shoe, besides the straps on the side. So that was just something I had to look out for. And once I just got into it and started looking at the shoe, I spotted that and knew immediately to just go around that. And then other than that, you can kind of see how crude it is. I didn't really try to be super neat with it. I just cut away. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be on your foot. Nobody's going to see it. So whenever I was cutting it, one thing I did was keep a constant tug on this. So it'd be really easy to pull it and cut it. You got to just keep an eye out for the sole. But it's simple. Just pull it, slice it. Like I said, with these, when you're going around the cuts on the inside, you don't have to be perfect because nobody's ever going to see it. You can go back and tidy it up if you want to, but I see no purpose in it. Just gotta, like I said, be mindful of simple things when you decide to get into this. Look for things like this tongue. will it be able to stay in there if you cut this or that and stuff like that. Like how I did with these. I didn't cut this one because this is the only one with the straps. You know, there's just little things you need to look for, but it's really, really simple and you can't really mess this up. So this is the outcome. You get a linerless shoe right here, which is way better in my opinion. I love this. The tongue is a little bit tall though. It's kind of ridiculous, but maybe I could like shorten that in another video. Who knows? I'd have to break that. But you have this as well. I hate this double tongue. The concept is cool, but like I said, this shoe is not period correct for that. And it looks a lot better with that single tongue. That's it for this video, guys. Maybe we'll get into some more cutting of shit in shoes, because I'm sure DC or somebody's gonna come out with some shit that I need to cut out again. For the meantime, that's how you do that. I mean, it's real simple. Like I said, just dive into it. You can't really mess it up. But thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And thank you guys for watching mine and Mr. Brandon back here's videos. Y'all take care, guys. Peace out.